and specifically to CO2 emissions. The possible increase in the global temperature due to this by 2 to 2.5 degrees centigrade within the next 30 years is almost certain. It's imperative. Significance of rubber sector is that though it is growing at a compound annual growth rate of 4.5% from 2022 to 2030, but the overall contribution of the sector to the global economy is very promising, critical and strategic. It supports 40 million people, including their families, through direct and indirect employment.
To conclude, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Indian rubber industries because the goals of these organizations are in consonance with the goals of Atmanirbhar Bharat and the Skill India mission of Government of India, Government of Karnataka, wherein we are also aiming at providing the skilled workforce. So I'm optimistic that that all the delegates of today's conference will be equally actively engaged in discussions, deliberations, and exchange of ideas, and come up with some concrete action plans to achieve today's stated purpose. With this, I thank the organizers, and I also thank and I wish all the very best for the conference. Thank you.
In the hall, and now can I invite Mr. ACS Chairman Dr. James Eddy. Dr. James Eddy is currently serving as the 2022 Chairman of the Rubber Division of the American Chemical Society. He has served the division. He is the past Chairman of Scholarship, Science and Technology Awards, Governance and Exhibitions. His working career spans 39 years and he is a sports lover. Over to you, sir.
I wish you all a very pleasant morning and bring you greetings from my colleagues in America. On behalf of the governing board of the Rubber Division of the American Chemical Society, let me add my welcome to this week's event and thank all of you for attending. I'd also like to thank our two co-hosts for their very gracious hospitality and their convening of a truly world-class event. The Indian Rubber Institute and the International Rubber Conference Organization are to be congratulated for a job well done. As was mentioned by one of the earlier speakers, the Rubber Division and the IRI recognize each other as affiliated technical organizations. And you might wonder what that means. What that means is that we exchange a lot of information about member programs we each publish and our educational programs. In comparing some notes from the IRI website, I also noted some similarities in structure between our two organizations. You have 8 different branches throughout India. We have a number of, and we refer to them as rubber groups, but they function as subdivisions of our organization in 13 different US regions, 2 Canadian regions, and Mexico City. It was my privilege, and I took on the task this year of making sure we had an interaction with each and every one of those 16 groups. I placed a priority on this because I believe these groups in both the IRI and in the rubber division of ACS function as leadership development laboratories for the development of the next generation of leaders for both organizations. It was very gratifying to me as I toured the different groups within the U.S. to meet some of the young people that are now running some of those groups and making decisions for those groups and trading and exchanging notes and ideas with them. It made for a very, very interesting year. And I'm sure similarly these groups function.
Thank you. And good morning, or still good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. I'm delighted to be here today, back in India for IRC 2022. It's been 12 years since we held the IRC in India in 2010, so it's fantastic to be back. Just a little word about IRCO, the International Rubber Conference Organization. We're a membership organization consisting of 17 members that represent 19 countries from 4 continents and tens and thousands of individual members across the world. And on behalf of IRCO, I'm pleased to welcome you all to IRC 2022 here in Bangalore. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate IRI and all the committees on what promises to be a fantastic conference over the forthcoming 3 days. Unfortunately, our executive chairman, Professor Jack Noordermeer, for personal reasons isn't able to attend the conference, but he's asked me to send his best wishes to IRI and to all the delegates for a successful conference. I now have the privilege of being able to award the IRCO medals. We have 2 medals to award.
Sir, hold it. Down.
Knowledge, exchange ideas. On the front row here we have representatives from the IRCO committee, and if you want to find out more about IRCO and our activities, future events and conferences, or our badge, we'll be happy to tell you more about it. And I wish you all the very best for a successful IRC 2022 in India. Thank you.
Yes.
Indian Rubber Institute is organized and a big conference, exposition and students program. In the expo, there is a participation of 110 stalls, and the conference we have got almost about 120 papers, and we have got a representation from all over the world, and 50% of the paper from international community and another 50% from the local. We have got a big students program. In the student program is divided into 3: explore, expire and invent. All these programs are to encourage the students and provide facilities for them to identify the research areas and pursue the work. Thank you.
बताइए सर, जो IRC
पहले आप बताइए. हाँ,
IRC इंटरनेशनल क्वेश्चन क्या प्रॉब्लम
जो आज कॉन्फ्रेंस इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस को रखा गया है, तो इसके बारे में बताइए, बैंगलोर कैसे रिस्पॉन्स?
This is the Indian rubber industry quite old, from 1926 to as on today. We have grown, like our rubber consumption is yet to go up to 2060 to make the Atmanirbhar Bharat. And this type of conference is the exchange of knowledge, views, which will help our young generation to coming interest showing in the rubber industry and rubber technology. And we choose the Bangalore because Bangalore is the Silicon Valley, and the government of Karnataka, the policies of e-vehicles, they want to be the, this state should be the front runner about the EV capital of India. So this is IT is there, we want the rubber industry. So in this regard, what you do in Mysore, we are making a very center of excellence, first center of excellence in India to meet the Prime Minister vision of the Skill India mission and the trained manpower available with the rubber industry. And you know this, Chennai is the automobile hub, and the Kerala, this rubber is available. Hyderabad is a lot of non-tier and defense is there itself. And Karnataka, they are producing a lot of auto rubber components. So this is the right place, close to the Bangalore, but not in the Bangalore, in the Mysore. So it is a center of excellence. The conference is Bangalore because the people from different parts, they know the Bangalore is the Silicon Valley. We want to, that is a considering of the EV capital of India. That's the reason, it's the first step towards that, in that direction. About 8 to 10% is the rubber component. Our automobile ka safety and durability is placed by the rubber, whether it is a tires, oil seals, engine mounting, buses and everything. And most of the accident happen in the road because the people do not aware of the knowledge how to tire to be maintained with the load, speed, road, inflation pressure and so on. So we are educating the people to know that tire is not a background object. It's required a lot of technology. Knowledge is required. That's the reason this conference. And we have all international community, as you know, 20 odd countries, they are present at itself. And this is the, every 10 years we got this last, and this is the first time we are doing. Thank you.
Type of awareness, we have got a training center, we have got an education center, there we have got a research center, research for the plantation and research also for the rubber products. Also the technological advancements, we are also collaborating. We have got a rich laboratory facility that is required for the testing of the products which are to be exported to the Union.
Yeah, also rubber is a harm. Rubber is a harm for an environment.
No, it is rather it's the other side. It is a carbon neutral, it is a carbon footprint positive. All rubber trees which are they emit less carbon dioxide and more they absorb all the carbon dioxide and they emit oxygen. So in nut that is a neutral plus carbon neutral. So carbon footprint there. We are thinking that there for the carbon credits facilities that should be given to the growers. If that is monetized, they can get also some money. We are working with the government.
India from which city you are exporting more rubber?
Yes. Rubber board has established one laboratory in the name of the Rich Lab. That is very much required to test the rubber components which are to be exported with respect to the chemicals which are hazardous. So that is there. We are rubber board is doing that service also. Thank you.
So we know that rubber is a very important material. It's not only for consumers but also for strategic applications, whether it is defense, all of these things. Rubber is very important, and India is making tremendous progress. Also now we are holding the international conference which has attracted so many delegates from foreign lands also, and this is the representation here of technology, of business, of government, of professors is very good. It's excellent. So all of these people are working together to make new discoveries, new applications in rubber and in tire industry. Also, I had visited the research center, R&D center of JK Tires in Mysore. This is a world-class facility. So anywhere in the world you can find these kind of resources. And I was very glad to note that JK Tires, but also private sector is making investments into research, because today we live in knowledge economy, right? Our competition becomes global. So unless we do very fundamental, very deep R&D, we will not remain competitive in the world. So it is very good that private sector is putting in a lot of resources. They have a lot of interest, and they are doing world-class R&D right here in India. And the Mysore Center of JK Tires is a very good example of that. कि हमें अपना खुद का आत्मनिर्भरता के लिए हमारा R&D भी आत्मनिर्भर होना चाहिए, न केवल मतलब प्रोडक्ट जब वो कहे कि और लोगों ने 10 साल 20 साल 30 साल काम किया है R&D करके तो वो कम्पिटिटिव बने हैं। तो अब हम भी ऐसा कर रहे हैं, तो चाइना रहेगा, बाकी सब कंट्रीज भी रहेंगे, तो लेकिन हमें ग्लोबल कंपटीशन के लिए अभी जो कार्य कर रहे हैं उसका अच्छा फल मिल रहा है। तो शर्मा हूँ, मैं प्रोफेसर हूँ IIT कानपुर में। उसके पहले मैं 7 साल सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी था गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया में।